What's up, guys? We are back with day 3. So hopefully you've been getting on really well with the first 2 days, and I've actually spoken to a few of you, whether you've commented on the video or you've private messaged me. It's been great to hear how you've been getting on. A few of you just wanted a little bit more advice with the Facebook ads, so I sent you a few additional trainings. A few of you were telling me how you'd actually downloaded some app on your Android phone that actually you can write messages in, so when your alarm goes off it actually has that post ready to go. But like I said, any questions you've got as we're doing this, or if you're not watching this live as doing it, you're watching this in a couple of weeks or a couple of months or whenever, just comment below in the box. I will see it and I'll get back to you, and I can create additional trainings or point you in the right direction of additional resources to really get you moving with these topics. So first of all, let's recap. On day 1, it was all about setting up your very first Facebook ad. And we went over how we helped one ad client manage to sell 19 spaces for an ad spend of $78. Now with this, we gave you everything you needed, okay? We gave you the whole how to set up a Facebook ad. We gave you the ads copy. We showed you step by step how to do everything. So you should be good to go with that. Then yesterday it was all about a real simple free social media strategy to help you start generating leads daily or even over over your month, but actually starting to make sales by not having to spend anything. It wasn't a salesy tactic, it wasn't a spammy tactic. It was literally keeping everyone up to date with how you got on in your life, so they get to know you, they get to trust you, they get to like you, and then eventually they will reach out. Now today we're going to look at how to use your website, how to build a website, okay, and how to actually start generating leads from your website. But first, a story. Before we were called FitPro Lead Generation, we were actually called FitPro Web Design, because when I first started out with DK9 Fitness, okay, I needed a website just like you. If you're brand new to the game, maybe you need your first website, or maybe you're going to follow this exact same story that I'm going to talk about now if you've been going through a few years, because I was being quoted like £2,000 plus for a website. My first website, do I really need to spend £2,000? Then some others were saying, oh, you know what, we'll charge you per page. If you want 5 pages, it's £200 a page. That's £1,000 in total. It's like, what? All this money for just a simple website? And then to edit, they were charging me like £50 an hour just to change a picture here, or to change the text there, or to add a success story here. And it was crazy, okay? But these websites looked really good. They looked good on the laptop. They looked good on the phone. You know what? I was like, yeah, you know what? These websites look really good. Let's go for it. Oh. But they didn't do what I need them to do, okay, and that was to send me leads. I needed inquiries. I needed people to actually want to come and work with me. I don't want a nice flashy website that looks good just sat there. But the thing is, if it's just sat there, it's like just a shoebox. It's just sat on top of your wardrobe gathering dust, doing nothing. We want our website to start generating us leads. So I got to work, okay. I basically took the whole website apart and redid it myself. 2 weeks later, after having to redo it all, I got my first website inquiry. I was like jumping up and down. I was like, Mum, check this out. Someone's actually requested more information to come and work with me. It was like the happiest point of my life at that minute, okay, that someone had actually requested more information to come and work with me doing personal training directly from the website. I did a little more research, a little bit more edits, and I was getting around 3 to 4 new inquiries every single month for my website. And that was with a 0 ad spend, okay? Just people finding a website, reading through it, liking what they saw, then using the contact form to get started. Today, I wanted to share with you what was different, okay? What they had or what I did to make sure the leads were coming in. But we need to start with the basics, of course. If you don't know anything about web design, you don't know where to get started, anything like that, then there's a few things we need to do before you can even consider the rest of this training. First, we need a hosting and a domain name. What this is hosting is where your website is actually going to live in the cloud. Then the domain name is the name of your website or your URL. So for example, www.yourwebsitename.com. So for us, it's www.dk9fitness.com. And our website lives with one.com, which is a hosting company which we pay monthly to, and they host our website for us. So go and find somebody that can give you a hosting and domain. Then we use WordPress as the platform to build our website on. Now there's loads of different things out there. You can code it yourself. You can use like Elements, that kind of almost pre-built websites. But we use WordPress, okay? It's so simple to use for us and most people out there. And it has so much functionality that almost anybody can get started with it and really make the most of it. But when you're getting your hosting and domain, okay, make sure it comes with a business email. There's nothing worse than telling to a client, yeah, come and drop me a message. It's dk9@gmail.com. It would sound much better if it was info@dk9fitness.com. So make sure when you're getting your hosting and domain that it actually comes with a business email address. Now what we're going to look at to begin is a homepage, okay? And we want this homepage to be a landing sales page. It just needs to be one page. You don't need a 20, 30, 40 page website to get started. You just need one page, which is going to generate you leads all the time, and it's like a landing sales page. If you don't know what that means, don't worry at all. All we need to try and do is build one page of a website first that tells the clients or prospects everything about what it is you do, and then gives them the opportunity to want to come and request more information. So let's start above the fold, specifically if you're on a mobile phone, okay? Your website could be really, really, really long. And above the fold means what they can see before they start scrolling up. So whatever they land on when they press the button and it loads up and they read it, this is what we call above the fold. Anything that swipes up is below the fold. We want to know what's above the fold. And this is the first thing prospects see when they land on your website, okay? And it's critical. I can't stress how critical it is that we make sure they don't leave instantly. We need to convince them almost within the first 2 or 3 seconds of landing on your website that this is the right place for them. Like it says there, that we need to tell them that this is the right place for them. They don't need to go anywhere else. Now they've landed on a website, they've read that initial sentence or headline, that they know now, you know what, this actually website is the perfect place for me. So what we use at DK9 Fitness is simple, okay? It just goes DK9 Fitness, helping busy over 30s in Cardiff drop fast, drop fat, boost energy, and lose up to 1.5 stone in 6 weeks. It's super simple. It tells them who we are, it tells them what we do, where we're based, and what we do to help people in Cardiff. So it tells them we work with over 30s. It tells them that we're based in Cardiff, and it tells them exactly what it is or the type of results that we get people. That gets people to want to stay straight away because they're like, yeah, I'm over 30, I'm based in Cardiff, and I actually want to lose weight. So it answers the questions that they've got going through their head almost straight away. Then obviously we need to have some pictures on there, okay? And this is massively important. You don't get confused with pictures. If you, like us, if you work with over 30s who want to lose weight, we don't want to put a picture of you with a massive six-pack on and bulging muscles in this picture, okay? You need to put pictures that they can relate to. So for us, it's always pictures of clients working out, having fun, and smiling. Smiling is key. Maybe you are one of these people who you want to get like the Ibiza body look. For that, you would have ripped people working hard, sweating, lifting massive weight, because that picture goes with that audience. Think of your audience and then think of the picture that will go with that audience. So now we've got the above the fold, then we move down into an intro section. So this is, they know now they're in the right place, okay, because they've read it. I know that this website does this and this and works with this type of people, so they know they're in the right place. Now it's time for you to introduce yourself and your business. But what we don't want to do is talk about you, okay? They don't care how many personal training qualifications you got. They don't care where you studied, okay? We need to talk about how you can help them. Okay? They need to know that you can help them achieve something. So this is your intro. This is your chance to introduce yourself as somebody that can help them. They don't care about you, okay? You need to be talking directly to them. So for example, this is what we have on our website. Here at DK9 Fitness, we only work with busy men and women over the age of 30. Again, we're letting them know straight away that this is for only over 30s. And the reason we get this is simple, okay? We get what it's like to have to come home after a stressful day at work, to have to cook for the whole family. We get that most days you struggle to find the energy to do the things that you really want. We get that you have little time for yourself because you're now further down the list of important people in your family. So what we do is simple. We share a few simple habits that can help you lose as much as 1.5 stone in 30 days that leads to a lifelong transformation without having to go on any sort of crazy diet or spending hours in the gym. That is an intro, okay? A simple intro. It's not talking about how many staff we got, how many qualifications our whole team has, how big our building is, how many car park spaces we got, okay? We're introducing ourselves into how we can help them. So it's really important we get that intro right. You don't want to talk about you want to talk about how you can help them. So again, honestly, prospects don't care about your qualifications. Think back to all the consultations you've had now. If you're just starting out, okay, I can guarantee when you're talking to somebody, they're not going to turn around and say to you, can you show me your qualifications? They want to know how you can help them. The minute you start telling them what qualifications you've got, you've lost that prospect. Okay, they're never going to become a sale. They need to know how you can help them. Like I said, they just need to confirm that you can help them. Then we need to show them how, or they need to now learn how we can help them. So we should have piqued their interest. They know above the fold, so they know who you are and who you work with. They've read that intro, so they're starting to like you a bit more, okay? They know how you potentially can help them. Now it's time for you to start telling them about your services. And we don't need to be confusing like Netflix. We've all had that issue. It's a long day after work, okay? We sit down of an evening, we just had dinner, we put Netflix on, and you're scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. 20 minutes later, you still haven't decided what film you want to watch because there's just so many choices. Your website can't have that option, okay? It needs to be super simple. 1 to 2, maybe 3 options max. You don't want to over confuse them, okay? You don't want to complicate things. You want to keep things simple. This is program 1, this is program 2. Click here to learn more. That's it. You don't want to have this is for beginners, this is for advanced, this is our 30-minute sessions, this is our 12-week sessions, because they don't know what's best for them. They just want results, okay? They just need help. So you keep things simple and show them how they can do it, either in option 1 or option 2 or maybe 3 options at the most. And you need to talk about their pains and emotions and desires, okay? They don't care that they get 3 sessions a week. You might say, you know what, you get 3 sessions a week, and during these sessions we're really going to help focus on targeting these areas, or these sessions are designed to help really burn fat and tone the stomach up. You need to talk to their pains, emotions and desires. And this is where we all start learning copywriting, okay? It's something that I really, really want to learn. I read books about it all the time. The better you become at copywriting, the better you can convince somebody to want to buy from you. The more sales you make, the happier you're gonna be. So make sure in the copy you don't talk about the benefits. You talk about the pains, the emotions and desires that they want. So they've read above the fold, they've read the intro, they've learned about your services. Can this person trust your services? And this is where we start adding in success stories and testimonials. Okay, so we need to show them that you can help people just like them. And the key to this is having a wide range of success stories. Okay, we need to find people that everybody can relate to. So if you work with busy over 30s, make sure you have a couple that works out with you. Make sure you have a single mum that works with you. Make sure you have a single dad that works with you. Make sure you've got somebody that's lost 5 or 6 or 7 stone. So make sure the success stories really are wide ranging. So when somebody comes on your website, they've read everything, they can find one success story and be like, oh, you know what, that person there, that is exactly how I was. Look at the results they got. And yes, I believe that this person or your company can help me because what I've just read about them sounds just like my story. So make sure you have a wide range of testimonials. And with these testimonials, you can have like video or text text or an image to kind of show what they're doing. But one of the best ways is using social proof, okay? And that means having some sort of social media embedded success story on your page. So maybe you're getting your clients to now leave you a Facebook review. All you do is grab the embed code and post that on your website. Then as they're scrolling through, they might hover over the name and it might say, oh, this person's got 2 mutual friends with me. That gives you a massive thumbs up straight away, because that person is connected to this person in some way. Trust has been built. Social proof has really helped you out. So make sure you're embedding some sort of social proof into the success stories part. Then the final bit, they've been wowed. They love everything you do. How do you get started? So like I said at the start, your homepage should be like a sales letter. It's 1 page. That's all you need. You don't need any complicated stuff for your first website, or even if you've been going a while, you don't need loads and loads and loads of extra pages. You just need 1 page, and it takes them on a journey. You start at the top and you work your way all the way down to the bottom. So you start building trust the whole way through. They love what you offer. They trust you now because you've got all these success stories. And then at the bottom, we have a call to action. Call to action, something that they need to do now they've read the whole thing, and that is having a contact form. So have a contact form, give them an option to click on your email, or give them a phone number. You want to give them a number of options that suit their preferred contact method. Maybe people don't like filling in the contact form. Maybe they would feel more comfortable emailing you from their email address. So make sure you have your email address on there. Maybe they would prefer reaching out to you on Facebook because that's a trusted platform for them. So make sure you have your Facebook link on there, or button or something. Have a contact form, have your phone number, say text me on this number. Give them a load of options that they feel most comfortable reaching out to you. Before we do anything else, okay, before you press publish, please test that these things work. I've heard nightmare stories of people putting their website up. It's been going for months and months and months, and they come to me and say, Dave, my website's not doing anything. What can I do? I have a look around and it's actually looking really good. It's doing all the key things that we've talked about. Now I go into the contact form, I put my details in, I press send, say, did you get that email? They say no. It's like, oh, the contact form hasn't been set up properly. So make sure you test everything, go through everything, read everything, test all the buttons, make sure everything works. So that was a 1-page layout, okay, perfect for anybody just getting started or somebody who doesn't want a mass number of pages. If you are wanting a full-on website, okay, you want a long website that has all the key pages to really push your SEO, consider expanding it out. Now, when we expand it out, we almost keep the exact same formula as that home page. So you just build a separate page for each one each one goes in more detail. So you'd have that home page, you'd have your about page, then you'd have your services, your success stories, and then this is where we start adding in additional pages. Then we go for a blog page, a contact page with even more ways to contact, and finally some SEO local specific pages. Now I don't want to go into too much detail because this video is going to be quite long, but these are the pages you really need to consider if you wanted a full-on long page. A home page, basically the 1-page website we just talked about. An about page, again talking about their type of wants and needs, but on about page here you can go a bit more detail about you. Services page, success stories, this just put every single success story on it. A blog where you're keeping them up to date with success stories, news, what's going on and that type of thing. Contact page, which has a lot more different ways, and specific SEO pages. Now beside the video is an additional things to consider page. It actually goes through everything we've talked about in this whole presentation in just one document, so you can tick everything off and make sure you're doing all these tasks. But these are just some other things to consider, okay? SSL certificate, super important you have this on your website. If you don't, top left on your website it will say not secure. If somebody sees that, they might think, you know what, I don't like this website, and they go off it straight away. Google will also penalise you if your website is not SSL certificate. Make sure your website loads fast. Nobody wants to be clicking on your website and like, oh, it's still not loaded, it's still not loaded, it's still not loaded. Because by the time they do that, can't be bothered. Let's move on to the next thing, okay? So make sure your website loads fast. Make sure it looks nice on your mobile. Almost everybody now is on their mobile, okay? Make sure it looks good on mobile. We talked about this earlier. Make sure the website is not all about you. People want to know how you can help them. Make sure you mention your target audience within the first 5 seconds of reading the copy. We talked about this right at the start, okay? They need to know that they're in the right place as soon as possible, and they start seeing pictures of people that look like them within the first 5 seconds too. Have plenty of call to actions or opt-in opportunities throughout the website. So what we do, we break each section up with a call to action or opt-in section. What this means, instead of just saying leave your details here, download a free meal plan, download a quick abs guide, download 10 tasty recipes. Give them a load of opportunities to leave their details so you can get in contact with them. Make sure your contact page is easy to find. When somebody likes what you have to offer, they'll want to contact you. Make sure your contact page is in the menu. It's at the bottom of every single page. It's super easy for people to leave their details. You want to talk their language, okay? You want to keep the website clean and tidy, not messy, okay? So lots of white spaces. Be sure to include a load of keywords on all your website pages. So for us, a keyword will be personal training in Cardiff. Make sure you name all your images. Google rank images as well, okay? So make sure you name all your images. Test all the buttons on the website. We talked about this a minute ago. There's nothing worse than buttons that don't work. So make sure you go through your website, give it to somebody else to test. Go through every single button in your website and make sure they all work. Next, we want to upload really big images, then find a plugin to compress them down. There's nothing worse than uploading a really small image and then it being impossible to load because it's just too small. So make sure you upload really high quality big images and use something then to compress them down so it keeps the quality. And then finally, don't forget your privacy policy, okay? If you want to run ads to this website, you need a privacy policy, GDPR and all that, okay? Lots of stuff going on, so make sure you have a privacy policy. Now to end, that was a lot of content to take in. So use the sheet beside the video to work your way through everything. Take your time, work your way through it all. There's lots of stuff to talk about. Tomorrow we have a real interesting one, okay? So in just 2 weeks we got Sean to full with his one-to-one football coaching using a super simple Facebook advert competition, okay? In his first intake we managed to make him £3,750 just in his first intake in 2 weeks, okay? We ran ads. I'm going to show you this whole setup tomorrow, all the copy, how to do everything. But he made £3,750 in his first intake. That's just 2 weeks. Any questions, as usual, post them below, and I will see you all tomorrow. Cheers. Thanks for watching. Now come join us inside our free Facebook group where on a daily basis we share tons of content to help you generate leads for your fitness business.